Hi gang, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Eldritch Horror, where our investigators are doing battle against Shudde. God, it's like pulling teeth. We just keep falling just a little bit short every turn. I think this is the last possible turn we have before we have to flip Shudde over, in which case he probably arises and we have to do all kinds of extra stuff to actually defeat him. Maybe fight him. Seems like the kind of thing we'd have to fight. We are halfway through our final mystery, the disaster relief effort. We need to do this 2 more times. Yeah, we need 2 more clues on here. After doing devastation encounters, we're trying to organize relief efforts using influence. And so, yeah, everybody, well, most everybody is in Rome. Sorry, I bumped the camera there. We are actually going to send Patrice monster hunting. Why? Why would I do that? Why would I send her off to do stuff here in Istanbul? Well, first of all, I'd like somebody there to try to visit Pete, because that way we could possibly put back the doom, just in case William York down here is yet again unable to close that blue gate. Because if we don't close the blue gate and we can't move Doom down, yeah, this turn Shudde going to flip. So why am I sending her instead of Daryl Simmons? Because Daryl has better influence, and it's influence that we need to solve the mystery. So we're going to get right into some actions. We will be starting with Daryl Simmons, and we're going to do a little trading. Okay, we're not really doing anything on the board proper, so I'm just showing our 2 investigators here. So yes, Daryl is leader, so he goes first. So we're going to do some trading. First of all, he's going to get a clue from Patrice. And then he is going to give the Holy Spear and the Hitman to Patrice, so she can go off and fight a couple of monsters. She proved herself last turn by doing a couple of monsters that were on their last legs. And the monsters in Istanbul are fairly easy ones. We have a maniac and a cultist. So, yes, that is going to be it. I don't think we're going to give anything else. I'm not going to worry about giving her will things because she's got a will of 4. She's pretty darn good at will. Yeah, so we are going to leave it at that. And for Daryl's second action, I'm going to take a focus, making it more likely that he will succeed at the mystery. Fingers crossed. All right, now on to Sister Mary. Well, Sister Mary and William Yorick are second and third. They're both going to do exactly the same thing. We're hanging out in our spots because we're where we want to be. So Sister Mary will take a focus, and she will rest. So the reckoning effect won't immediately kill her if it comes up, because yeah, we're going to have a reckoning. So yeah, we want to make sure nobody dies. William Yorick is going to do really the same thing. He's just going to focus, and he is going to heal, putting back up to... Oh wait, no, he was already full on his health. So he's going to get himself a sanity back, because yeah, nothing else he can do on this spot. And that leaves us with Patrice. We're actually going to look at the board for her. Alright, Patrice, who is now loaded up for some fighting. She now has a Holy Spear and a hitman to aid her, is going to move to Istanbul, and just to potentially make this a little bit easier for her, we're going to try the bone pipes. Yeah, test lore. If you pass, you may spend 1 sanity, which she doesn't have to because of her tattered cloak, which lowers sanity costs by 1. To choose 1 monster or on your space or an adjacent space, and the chosen monster loses 2 health or moves the space. So yes, and we'll probably do the maniac. Yes, assuming she's successful, we're going to get rid of the maniac because it is a slightly more difficult strength test than the cultist. So yes, let us test her lore. Her lore is 3. Her occult grimoire only adds lore when she's doing a spell, which is not. No, she didn't succeed, so she's just gonna have to fight them when the time comes. But I think she'll actually be all right with what we've given her. All right, that is that. Yeah. Now on to encounters. Back around to Daryl, and we're going to be attempting to do stuff to the poor people of Rome. All right, devastation encounter for what used to be Rome. Several survivors have fallen under a trance, and are walking slowly towards fissures in the ground. You deduce that they are being summoned by a telepathic call of a Chthonian. Resolve the pass effect to stop them, or resolve the fail effect to follow them. Now, as a photographer type, yeah, I think Daryl will probably just follow them, see what's going to do. He's sort of an investigative type. Kind of like a private eye or something, except he just takes pictures. So we're going to attempt to follow. You track the survivors through the endless tunnels. Observation. Okay, good. Observation is 4. Two successes. If you pass, you find them before they are consumed, and they reward you for your efforts. Gain 1 random item asset from the deck. If you fail, so on and so forth. Alright, let's just quickly... Trinket, trinket, task, trinket, trinket, item. First item that came up is... Well, he's got himself an arcane tome, which gives him +2 lore when doing spells. When you perform a rest action, you may test lore if you pass, gain a spell. Well, we'll see. Okay. So, sorry I got distracted for a second, thinking about something else. Alright, so, having resolved, successfully or not, although it turns out successfully, devastation encounter, we're going to try to organize relief efforts. So that is going to be influence -1. He has influence of 3, so he's going to roll 2, and we have a focus. We're going to use the focus. Damn it. Okay. We are definitely not going to get finished this turn, as Daryl has failed. I just wish we had something that would make our influence way better. Yeah, everybody's influence is pitiful, which is causing problems, as you can see. Alright, well, let's move on to Sister Mary in the same spot. She is going to do the same thing. She is going to have an encounter there. Come on, you. Focus. There we go. An enormous fire rages throughout what little remains of the city. You run yourself ragged, running back and forth, gathering as much sand and water as you can in an effort to extinguish the raging inferno before it consumes all. Strength -1. That's going to leave her with 1. Okay. Failure. Okay. Oh, I just realized something. Before I continue on, for that, I forgot when she rested that she had the leg injury that she should have tried to get rid of. So, slight pause in the action while we rewind and see if... No, made no difference. Alright, we are going to spend 1 focus. Okay. Success. It's just she's so low on health and sanity if there's any hit. Once the fire has died down, you search the charred remains of the city. I'm going to test her observation of 3. Oh, damn it. Okay, spending the focus. Nope. We just lost Sister Mary. Which means, yep, Shudde gonna, yep. If you fail, the lingering smoke overwhelms you, lose 3 health. Sister Mary is down. I don't see how we can possibly win this, but okay, Sister Mary is down to 0 health. She's going to, well, let's move her to Istanbul. Because, yeah, she can't stay in Rome. It's not a city anymore. So we will put her Mists of Relais and Clue Token aside with her. And, yep. There goes Doom. So, no matter what, yeah, we're going to hit 0 Doom. It's unavoidable. Okay, well, let's see what Yorick can do. He's in a spot, he's committed to what he's doing, so off we go to Antarctica. Well, it's not going to prevent us from going to 0 Doom, so we might as well, yeah, I mean, but we might as well continue because there's nothing else he can do there, so we'll go ahead and try to close it anyway. Lost Carcosa. At an elaborate masquerade, you talk to decadent partygoers who are all maneuvering to be declared as the proper heir to the crown. And yes, influence, which, as always, sucks for everybody. 2. Yeah, William can do it. Okay. Believing that you can help him, a guest attempts to bribe you. Gain 1 artifact. Well, unless the artifact automatically lets us reduce Doom, it's not... A lot of use. Cursed Sphere. Item magical. Gain +2 to all skills. But on a reckoning... Oh, sorry. On a reckoning, roll 1 die and 1 or 2. Become cursed. Yeah. Wonderful. So it's got a tiny bit of usefulness to it. Seeing this, the queen demands that you unmask. She questions you relentlessly in an attempt to discover what you've learned. Become delayed unless you spend 2 clues. He has no clues. If you spend the clues, you gain her favor, close this gate. So he didn't even close the gate, and he's delayed. So, failures all around. Nobody's getting anything done. Let's see if Patrice can squeeze a little something out of this. Okay. Well, Patrice is going to do some fighting. We'll start with the cultist. Oh, let's leave that there because we just grabbed The cultist here. No sanity check. Strength -1. We want 1. We just need 1. So it'll be her strength is 1 plus the Holy Spirit is 4. So that will be 3. However, she has the Hitman, which lets her roll 1 more die, and she also has the 25 automatic, which lets her roll 1 additional die as well. So she's rolling 5. She just needs a single success. Okay, cultist is gone. He goes back in the bag. Now the maniac first thing we will do is the will test, which is a will +1. And she needs 1 success. Yeah, and her will is 4. Yeah. So she's rolling 5. And yes, success. Then we are doing, well, the same strength test. We need 1 to kill it, and we're after 2. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I forgot about Daryl's Book of the Dead. Whenever a monster is defeated, gain a clue. So yes, Daryl now has 2 clues. Too little, too late. Right, so we are doing, again, it's exactly the same math as before, and oh my god, this isn't in shot. Sorry. She did succeed, I swear. Alright, so we need 1. We'd prefer 2. 2. Yes, again. Patrice is being a hero. Okay, so now we are going to encounter, well, she has 2 people she can possibly visit. I think we're going to stick with Pete. He's got slightly more stuff to pick up. See what happens. The local authorities tell you about a badly injured drifter who has been seen around town. You find all of Pete's belongings in an old warehouse, but no sign of the man himself. Gain all of his possessions. So yeah, that'll be a clue. The Scales of Thoth, which will give her lots, like +2 stats if her sanity and health are equal, which they currently are. And Duke. Oh, poor Duke. It's like, come on, Duke. I know Pete's dead, but come with us. You scour the city for any sign of him. Observation, which is 3. And that was 4. And of course, this time, I flubbed it. If you fail, the police let you know when they find his body. Oh god. Whether you pass or not, discard as investigator token. Damn. I feel more bad about it. The fact that we didn't find it before he died. That, oh god, I feel terrible. If I had only rolled properly, I might have gotten it. It's alright. He will live on in Duke. Yeah, it goes away. So, yes, that was the end of a fairly unsuccessful encounter phase. Just cannot catch a break when it's most important. Alright, that is that. Now, yeah, we're going to go into the dreaded mythos phase, and this one I'm particularly dreading. Okay, here we go. Yep. this first, Doom hits 0. Which means Shudde awakens. Draw and resolve a disaster. Not really a surprise. Alright, frozen rails. The passengers' complaints about delays give way to silent despair. It is clear now the track will not be cleared before the night's killing frost descends. Each investigator on a space connected to a train path loses 2 health and becomes delayed. Then all train tickets, return all train tickets to the game box. There's no more rail travel for the rest of the game. And yes, if we're connected, we lose 2 health and get delayed. Okay, so that is going to be, yep, Daryl and Patrice are both going to take 2 damage, leaving Patrice at 1. Yeah, down in Antarctica, and Sister Mary's dead. Alright, let's see what's up with the new and improved, air quotes, Shudde. Well, his cultists are slightly stronger now with 2 toughness instead of 1, otherwise it seems exactly the same. Final mystery. Shudde bursts forth from his subterranean abode, cracking the earth asunder and visiting unparalleled devastation upon the cities of Earth. Tell me about it. When 3 mysteries have been solved, Shudde breaches the surface to punish those who would harm his children, spawn the Shudde epic monster, how did I know, on the heart of Africa. When the Shudde epic monster is defeated, the final mystery has been solved, and investigators win the game. Okay, Cataclysm for below. When an investigator moves onto a space containing a devastation token, he loses 1 sanity. Oh, I forgot to delay these guys. Each time Doom would advance, draw and resolve a disaster instead. After resolving a disaster, set that card aside. If there are 6 or more disasters set aside, investigators lose the game. And you still got a Reckoning effect. An ancient Chthonian epic monster ambushes the lead investigator. Holy cow. Well, I suspect that first disaster counts. So that, yeah. Well, that's 1. 1 of 6. Geez, we could lose it just from that, because if that happens every time Doom takes place, ouch. Okay, well, that was it for, yeah, that was the Omen track moving, all on its own. Nothing else has happened yet. Now we get the Reckonings. So, monsters first. We have the Shan, which discards the nearest clue. That'll be the only one left on the... Oh wait, no, there's the one in Sydney. It's closer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, the one in the pyramids is definitely closer to the Shan. I think the deep one's not an issue. Yeah, it just hurts people on that space. The Migu is going to move to and devour the only remaining clue on the board in the Australian outback. The Nopke just hurts folks on that space. Oh, right, I moved that out of the way for the dice tower there. Alright, that is that. Now, yes, Shudde turn. I've got to look for an ancient Chthonian epic monster to ambush poor Daryl. Back in a moment. Yeah, there it is. I think we'll just keep this out because this is going to continue to happen. So there's no way he's going to beat it. It's just a matter of how badly it hurts him. So first thing he's going to do is a will check -1 to prevent 2 sanity damage. His will is 3, -1 is 2, +2 for the Book of the Dead. Oh, and I just realized Daryl should have gotten another clue once the Maniac was destroyed. He now has 3 clues. Again, this would have been wonderful several turns back, which would have allowed us to do tons of re-rolling, but it's not a thing. Also get to re-roll 1 die due to the Profane Tome. You blocked 1. Well, we'll use that Profane Tome to re-roll. Hey, okay, he actually blocked the sanity. I don't know why Daryl's not going completely insane here. I know I would be. Then, the big problem. It's going to be strength -2 to try to prevent 3 damage. The strength is 2, which means he's going to roll 1 because he gave Patrice all the stuff, which she used properly. That went exactly the way I intended it to. But yeah, he gets 1 die. He blocked 1. Amazingly. Which does get him for 2, which leaves him with a single health. Alright, that was the Shudde reckoning. Next up would be any cards. Thank God we don't have any rumor cards. Now it's going to be, yep, possessions and conditions. Daryl just has the funding, which is not going to do anything. If you're on a city space, he's not. He's in Rome, which is no longer a city. William has, oh right, William's got his newly acquired cursed sphere. We're going to roll. On a 1 or a 2, he'll become cursed. I can pretty much guarantee a 1 or a 2 here. Yep. Yep. Let's go to the Banes. He now cursed. Alright. Well, of course, we need to keep rolling that every time, so if he becomes cursed again, we flip it. And Patrice has the Scales of Thoth, lose 1 health and or 1 sanity. Well, she's just going to lose 1 sanity, because she only has 1 health. I wonder if I should take the sanity hit, so that when she heals... Oh no, because she still won't be balanced. Yeah, okay, she's just going to use the Tattered Cloak to, and actually, I don't think it's optional. I think the Tattered Cloak it's only to pay for an effect. If an effect would cause you to lose sanity, just lose 1 fewer. So I don't think I get to pick her not using it there. So she chooses to take a sanity damage. Tattered Cloak prevents it. Okay, that's it for Reckoning. Nobody else died. It's amazing. And now we're going to spawn a gate. Let's get this thing out of the way. Hopefully we're done rolling. Gate at Tunguska. And we get a Bayaki. Right. The Bayaki, which we had one of these earlier. You can lose a sanity and move 3 spaces with this instead of defeating it. Okay. These sudden thunderstorms have grown more common. Thunderstorms are the least of our worries right now, guys. Come on. It's just a thunderstorm. We have meteors and every train station in the entire world freezing, and this is nothing. Twice a day, rain that smells like seawater floods the streets, and cold winds that cut like glass threaten to pull doors off their hinges. The Bermuda Triangle. Oh, I know this one. Yes, each investigator rolls 1 die. On a 1 or 2, move to space 8 and become delayed. The delayed's not a big deal, because we're all delayed. But it's going to pull us way far away from where we want to be. Oh, look. I need that after all. Alright, lead investigator, Daryl, manages to stay in Rome. William York in Antarctica. He's still in Antarctica. Actually, he wouldn't have been a big deal to get pulled away. And Patrice in Istanbul. Yep. Finds herself suddenly and mysteriously in the Bermuda Triangle because magic. Bermuda Triangle. Woo! Well, this doesn't look good, does it? We're down to 3 of these. We're down another investigator. And if we get 5 more of these cards, we lose then too. I think making a decision about my... Normally, any characters that I use in a playthrough, I don't use for future ones. I think anybody who shows up at this point, I will leave in the... don't know what the word I want is. I'll leave it in the supply, I guess. Because they're literally only going to be with us for like 1, possibly 2 turns. And so it seems kind of, I want to experience the characters properly. So yeah, anybody who shows up starting next turn will still be part of the rotation in future playthroughs. Not that that matters for the outcome of this game. Well, I think we've got possibly a couple turns before we are destroyed. I don't know, maybe we'll start getting astoundingly lucky and can get this last mystery done and then fight Shudde in the heart of Africa. Who knows? This game is all over the place, but that's one of the reasons we play it, isn't it? Well, despite all the terribleness, I hope you'll join me next time. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos on YouTube and Board Game Geek. I appreciate it. And I will see you next time for yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. So long.